Welcome everybody, put your hands together for James Harrod.
Hey, what's up everyone? You good? Are you ready to laugh? Okay, good. It's good to be here. I know it doesn't look like I have important things to say, really, you know. I know I kind of look like if Jim from The Office drank chemicals or something. You can trust me, you know. I'm happy these days because I'm in a relationship. Is anyone else in a relationship here? Yeah, great. I am too. Have you ever fallen in love so hard you realize your parents' marriage is a sham? You know? That's where I'm at right now, you know? We went home together recently and I noticed my girlfriend looking at me kind of lovingly, you know? And I noticed my dad was looking at us, so just to mess with him, I texted him, I was like, do you miss this? You don't know my dad, you'd be laughing if you did. They're good people. They're religious though. Did anyone else who grew up religious? Anyone? Yeah. And you're not now? Okay, good. That's good. Yeah, I grew up that way. It's tough, you know. And my parents, they still super wish I was religious, you know. Recently they called me all excited because they had joined a new church. And I looked up the church online to see what it was all about. And on the church's info page on their website, it said, this church does not stand for incest, bestiality, or bisexual conduct. I was like, bisexual conduct? Now I can't wear Birkenstocks in front of my parents? What the fuck, you know? So, I feel that third thing is way different than those two other things, right? You know? That's being hey, don't fuck your siblings, don't fuck animals, and don't listen to Phoebe Bridgers. You guys are cool. I worked at my job today. I work at a bookstore. You guys read? Yeah. Hell yeah. You said, yeah. You're I'll be honest. No, it's okay. One time I asked that at a real dive bar. I was are there any readers here? And then one guy, there was just silence, and then a guy stood up and he was booyah. And I was you don't read. You said booyah, you know? A guy who reads would be guilty as charged, you know? Something smart. Yeah, it's cool. One of the fun parts about working retail is customers are just sometimes say crazy shit, you know? Recently I had a customer come up to me and she was hey, I'm looking for a book. Can I give you the title? And I was sure. And then she was the only thing is I'm uncomfortable saying one of the words in the title. And I was okay, well just say whatever you're comfortable saying, I'll look it up for you. And she was okay, great, the book is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. And I was okay. I looked it up, and then I was we don't have it. And she went, fuck! I was you lied to me. It's weird people, you know? Recently, I have to be on the phone a lot, which I don't like being on the phone. A lot of our customers older people, and I had this customer on the phone the other day. I had to ask her credit card information, but instead of saying what's the expiration date on your credit card, I just said, what's your expiration date? You know? She was kind of older, so she just was soon? What do you want from me? You guys are cool. I turned, this happened to me recently, I turned 31 years old. It's a weird age to turn, you know? I realized when my parents were 31, they had a house and a kid, you know? And I just got Spotify Premium. I was this is a huge commitment. Don't know if I'm ready. But anyway, I was in therapy today also in the morning. You guys in therapy? Right, we're in Greeley. In Denver, everyone's yes, I am. Yeah, therapy, you know, I don't know if it's worth it though, to be honest. We talk a lot about, recently we uncovered a memory from my childhood. I grew up religious. I had to go to this thing called Vacation Bible School every year. Do you know what this is? Yeah, it's where we take kids to a school and make them learn about the Bible against their will, you know? And I had to do this every year until I became a teenager. And I talked to my mom and I was okay, Mom, I think I'm too old to do this anymore. I don't want to do Vacation Bible School. And she was like, well, I signed you up this year, but I think you're gonna like this. I signed you up to be the mascot this year. And I was like, I don't like that at all. And the theme that year, when I had to be the mascot at Vacation Bible School, the theme was construction and safety. Yeah, you're imagining this. And to be the mascot, I had to be a walking traffic cone named Daryl the Barrel. Are you imagining me walking around? They told me the point of Daryl the Barrel was that I was symbolically guiding kids on a path to Christ. They said that. But I told myself the point of Daryl the Barrel was that kids would look into my eyes and know that there's no God. That is what kept me going, you know? And I don't know, like the thing about Christianity is like it's kind of hard to shake, you know? You always have it in the back of your mind, you know? So when I was walking around in that barrel outfit, in the back of my mind I was still like, maybe God is looking down on me being like, there's James doing my good work, you know? But I think it was like more one of those things, like, you know, when you show your friends a photo of your pet in like little outfit, you know? I think God was looking down on me being like, they shouldn't have made him wear that. Can't even walk right. Sorry, I just lightly burped into the mic. I'm sorry. Don't know if you picked up on that. I don't know. I'm 31, you know, and I'm still like, I'm on my phone too much. I waste time on YouTube. Does anyone else do that on YouTube? I watch these videos. I fall into a hole where I watch these videos called Unusual Animal Friends. Do you know these? It'll be like a dog hanging out with like a bunny rabbit or something. Or there's one that's like a deer hanging out with a snake. I saw one recently that was kind of crazy. It was a guy with gauges hanging out with a woman. I was like, whoa, I've never seen that before. This other thing I'll do on YouTube is I'll watch reruns of MTV Cribs. Do you know that show, MTV Cribs? Yeah. It's fun to watch. I like watching it because like every episode is the same, you know? It'll be like a celebrity giving a tour of their house, and then they always get to their bedroom and they go, and this is where the magic happens, you know? Which I guess is sex. I don't know. I just always wondered why they never had a professional magician on the show, you know? And he's like going to all his rooms and he's like, this is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens. This is also where the magic happens. And then he gets to his bedroom and he's like, and this is where I fuck. Magicians love that joke. Anyway, it's good to be here. I'm James Harrod. Have a good one. Bye.
Oh gosh, the reason magicians have never been on MTV Cribs is because they're magicians. They don't have a crib worth seeing, you know what I mean?